Hi everybody, what is up? I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday. I'm coming at you today out in the field with our cows in the back here, grazing, and I wanted to bring up an important topic, and I did touch lightly on this in my last video. So this one's going to be another talking video, and then I promise I will get back to the work and other goings-on that we do on the farm. But do these guys look harmful to the environment to you? What do you think? Do they look like they're causing great environmental impact, a detriment to our earth? No. Why is that? Well, in my opinion, and this is for the record, is my opinion. These cows back here, we do rotational grazing with. We put them on a piece of property for a little bit, like a day, 2 sometimes, depending on what we want them to do on that spot. And then we move them to the next piece. Their manure fertilizes the ground, and then they come back and they eat from that ground. It is a full circle process, and it's beautiful, and it's contained, and it's organic in nature. It's how it's supposed to be. At no point in time do we use things like fertilizers or grains for our cows. What we do is, it's grass-based, it's natural-based, it's what the cows are meant to be doing. And the land, I'll turn you around here. So this area back here, we've already grazed this once this year. And then if you see over here, behind Harley here, is a patch of grass that we just did. So you can see this was yesterday, this was earlier in the year. So as you can see, we are raising our cattle with the environment, the nature in mind. All of this to say that right now they're coming out with and have approved the sale of lab-grown meat. I don't even think that we can call that meat. Just because it stems from animal cells doesn't make it meat, in my opinion. Without divulging too much information on how I feel about the lab-grown meat, I'm just going to go out here on a limb and say that's not the answer. That's not the answer that we seek. There is a problem with industrial agriculture. I will not deny that. Many of you know by talking to me that I am an advocate for small farms, small farmers that keep the environment and the animals at the forefront of their philosophy. Industrial agriculture is very necessary. There are so many people in this country, on this planet, that it would be virtually impossible to feed everyone without industrial ag. So it is vital to our sustaining life. But that being said, there's been so much red tape put on it, how things must be processed. The bottleneck down from farmer to 3 processing companies. That's it. You've got 3. The red tape is massive. So basically, what can we do? The average person can't throw a cow in their backyard and raise it up for meat, right? So what can we do, and what is the answer here? And I don't claim to have all the answers. I don't claim to be the smartest person in the room. However, I have a shred of common sense, and I do educate myself as much as possible, and I do try to think of solutions, at least for my family, and things that maybe we can pass on to others. And so my thinking is And of course, as a small farmer, you know, we need to encourage people to think differently about the way they shop for their groceries. Many people don't know that you can find somebody raising cattle, find somebody that you like their practices, ask them questions, and once you find that person and you're comfortable with the place, buy yourself a quarter of a cow, a half a cow, a whole cow, buy a freezer. It is an upfront cost, but I will guarantee you in the long run, you're saving money, and you're also going to be eating better, and you're also keeping your money local. Keeping your money local is great to stimulate your local economy. So much can be answered by rethinking the way that we buy our food. We do the same thing with pigs. You know, we sell our pigs by the half, by the whole. People will go in together. The cost up front really is not that bad if you consider what groceries are costing right now at the store. I don't care what they say inflation is. If you compare the price of a pork chop now to the price of a pork chop a few years ago, there's a difference. But I do not think that lab-grown meat is ever going to be the answer. But I do think changing the way we shop and the way we consume as an individual is. If we all start trying to source local foods, then we are going to put pressure on those industrial agricultural companies, and we're going to speak volumes to them, and they're going to hear us, and they're going to say, wow, okay, they don't like what we're doing right now, so maybe things need to change a little bit. See, you vote with your dollar, whether you know it or not. If you continuously put money into a machine that you don't agree with, you're still agreeing with them. So I encourage you to find local farms and partner with them. Find somebody that raises animals in a way that you think is good and is right. Talk to the farmer. I talk to very many people, and I hope, and I'd like to think, that people can see my convictions and the way that I care about the animals that I'm raising, whether they be for consumption or not. I hope that they can see that the welfare of nature and these animals is very, very important to me. And I mean, obviously you can look at my cows, look at them. There's not clouds of CO2 hanging above their heads, okay? They're peaceful creatures that are helping us maintain this ground. And I know this probably sounds like a rant, and I'm sorry for 2 ranty videos in a row, but this has come up, and I mentioned in my last video that I wanted to make a video about this, and I was actually, several people have actually reached out to me recently. I want to clarify that, again, I am not a fan of industrial agriculture, but it is necessary. It is necessary because there's so many of us. However, we can change that. You know, we can change that by the way that we purchase our food, like I said before. I just like 10 minutes ago read an interesting statistic that every day 2,000 acres of farmland are lost because of highways being put in, housing plans being put in, all types of things like that. 2,000 acres a day. Imagine what good could be done if people took those 2,000 acres a day and started rotationally grazing cattle. If they took those 2,000 acres a day and started putting pasture-raised chickens on there. Imagine what good could be done. The potential is unlimited. We would heal our earth. We would heal our bodies by consuming good, healthy food. And we would maintain the heritage of this country. This country was founded on small farms. People that took a risk and put all their effort into it. And I know that we are a generation that is very far removed from that. However, it doesn't have to be that way. And I'm very passionate about this, as you can tell. But there is a better way. And lab-grown meat ain't it? So if you guys have more questions, if you have thoughts or comments, I would love to hear them. I would love to hear your thoughts on the lab-grown meat, your thoughts on industrial ag. Like I said, it's not a pretty thing, but it is very necessary. But I think we could break the cycle. Raindrops do add up, and they do fill lakes. And every little purchase that you make from not a grocery store is a raindrop. And I believe we could fill up a lake. So I hope you guys are having a great day. This is kind of again, a different video for me, and I promise not to make too many of these. I don't really like to get too into current events on this channel, only because I feel like, you know, I would really like to show what we are doing around here. Yeah, they're all there. But certain things really just ignite a fire in me. And I'm not one to keep my mouth shut ever. So I'm always going, what? I keep my mouth shut? No, never. I'm going to voice my opinion on things that I feel very strongly about and very convicted about. And this is one of them. This is one of them. You know, small farming died out. I'll never forget, my grandfather always used to tell me, and he'd say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to be a farmer, Pap. Just like you, I want to be a farmer. And he said, no, don't ever farm to make money. You can farm as a hobby, but don't ever farm to make money. But you see, he was farming in the age where the industrial ag was coming up, and it was putting small farms out of business. But again, you know, convenience of going to the grocery store. What happened to my phone? I don't know. My phone just went dim, so I don't know whether you guys will see me okay or not, but I'm just gonna finish this up real quick. The convenience of going to the grocery store and buying a steak should not outweigh buying good local meats and good local produce, in my opinion. I don't think it's even a convenience factor. I think if we all just reset our thinking and our mindset on how we should be getting our food, it would be an easy choice. Just try it. Give it a shot one time. I know a lot of people that they tried it once and then, you know, they're reoccurring customers every single time. Give it a shot. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to have a freezer full of meat. Just give it a try. Again, if you have any comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share these videos. Somebody said, how do we get these, how do we tell more people about this? The best thing you can do is share. Share my videos, tag your friends. Make sure that you like and subscribe, because that will really help pop us up in the algorithm here. This isn't some pivotal breakthrough thought, okay? This has been around for thousands of years. It's just in the past couple generations, we forgot where we came from. And I think we can change that. So I hope you all have a really great day, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.